Shalom, family trendsetter. I'm driving, so you'll hear some noise in the background. Now, real quick, family, I'm gonna do a brief commentary, and then I'm gonna show you a clip of your president and Giuliani, okay, his lawyer. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I did plagiarize this clip, just like how they plagiarized the Old Testament with the New Testament. You know what I'm saying? So, in other words, I did get this clip from another YouTube video I was watching, and I'm like, wait a minute, I gotta share this shit with my peoples, my subscribers. So, you probably seen this before, but I just needed to pretty much show y'all what I saw, because when I seen this shit, I was like, wow. I wasn't really surprised, but I was like, wow. So these are the people, family, that's ruling over us. The Bible call them base men, idiots. Now, when you see the clip, I'm not going to try to give it away. I want y'all to see it after my brief commentary. You will understand one of the reasons why I do not revere these people as anybody. In other words, I look down on this nation of people. Now, before I go on, I want to say this also. I do not believe all so-called white people are wicked. Okay, because you have, like, GMS, for example, they use the term confusing the face. Now, my interpretation of confusing the face mean that you have so-called white people that walk amongst us, right? I believe a lot of them are non-human, but you do have some that look like the so-called European that I personally believe are humans. Because you cannot paint a broad brush across the wall saying all so-called white people are wicked. I used to believe that, but now I'm starting to take a lot of it back, because let me just also say this shit for the record. Although I know that the majority of white people have that dormant, wicked ass DNA, as well as some black people, believe it or not, because some black people just as wicked as the so-called oppressors. Now, even though they have this wicked ass DNA in them, right? I personally believe it's dormant. It's laying dormant for now anyway. And this is one of the reasons why you can see more humanity in a lot of these devils, right? Now, devil to me only means deceivers, because, a lot of them are very deceptive and they lie a lot, family. Oh my goodness, these motherfuckers can tell a lie with a straight face. Even when they caught, they still lies. Look at Donald Trump. Look at your commanding thief. This dude is a criminal. Besides the video that I'm going to share with y'all, this dude is, oh man, I don't even want to talk about this motherfucker. But I just wanted to come on here because I have a couple things to say. Now, I have a neighbor, right, live directly across the street from me. She's white. She has son. I personally believe that they're racist, because whenever I see them, they don't speak to me. There be times literally when me and this woman being engaging in a conversation, because when me and her talk, we talk for like 30 minutes, family, 25 minutes, 40 minutes sometimes, because she's very nice and she's white. I would say, if I had to guess, she's probably in her 70s, right? But this woman is a hard worker. Every morning when I get up, like around 6 a.m. in the morning to go warm my vehicles up, she's up, up and about. You know what I'm saying? I remember there's one occasion where it had a snowstorm, and it wasn't really a snowstorm because I'm from New York and we see snowstorm, but down here shit shut down when you get to like two inches of snow. But anyway, we had a little decent amount of snow, and I remember I was out there with my wife and my kids. My kids making a snow castle or whatever the fuck, and my wife, she helping shovel out our driveway and clearing the our street, whatever. And I seen her shoveling. This little old white lady, you know what I mean, probably in her 70s, shoveling the snow by herself. But I know oftentimes, she'll do some shit on her own while her sons are in the house. So I went over to her and I'm like, where's your boys at? And she was like, oh, they upstairs sleeping. This was like about maybe 3 p.m. in the afternoon, family. This woman outside shoveling the snow while they inside. So I said, they inside sleeping. Why you out here? She said, oh, yeah, we went car shopping yesterday, and I guess they're tired. So she said we. She didn't say me. She said we went car shopping, and I guess they're tired. And I'm saying to myself, but you are, in my mind, I'm like, you're an old little woman, you know what I'm saying? Why are you out here while they're inside sleeping? You know, I don't like giving these motherfuckers money, but it is what it is. You.
Thank you, man.
Alright, you good.
God bless, bro.
Alright. Damn devils. But anyway, yeah, family. So, what I was saying. Okay, so yeah, so I'm like, why the hell so I got a little bit upset and shit, like, how the fuck she got them in the house sleeping while she's out here shoveling, shoveling the snow. So, I went and my wife, she already knew I was going to lend a hand, because that's the type of person that I am. I like helping out. So anyway, I'm out here now, with the lady and shit, helping her shovel her snow. Her driveway wasn't that big, so I went ahead and did what I did. And then her son came to the door, family. He came to the door, and, she dropped the shovel and she went to see what he wanted. So I'm thinking, okay, now this nigga gonna see me outside shoveling his mother driveway, and he gonna be like, feel a little bit bad about it, and he gonna come outside and, pick up where I left off. Do you know, family, he went back upstairs, the screen door was still open, and she came back and she starts, scraping off. So I told her, I said, you scrape off the car first and then I'll shovel, because I don't want to shovel than you. And she said, I know, that's a good idea. And then, she was scraping off the snow off the car. Meanwhile, I'm shoveling the walkway to the stairs. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I'm mad about it, because I'm saying to myself, not because I was helping her, but because I'm saying she have two able-bodied sons in the house, and she's outside shoveling the snow. So my wife looked at me, and family, let me tell you, we got this ability, right? We could look at each other and shit. We could read each other's mind. And she was telepathically talking to me like, well, what is that? I'm like, I don't know. This shit is crazy. And then she said to me, telepathically, no lying, because when you with somebody for a minute and shit, you just start to act like him. And she said telepathically, maybe they retarded or something, And I said, nah, they not retarded, telepathically and shit. We wasn't saying nothing, but we was thinking it. And I'm like, nah, they not retarded, because she said they was out shopping for cars yesterday. And my wife looked at me, I'm like, I shrugged my shoulder like, I don't know and shit. She said, okay. And I hurry up and helped her out and shit. And then, I went back on my side of the street, and I'm like, I said, did you see that shit? And she said, yeah. She said, do you think they're retarded? I said, didn't I just tell you telepathically? And, she started to laugh. She said, what was you thinking? I said, you know what I was thinking. Honestly, family, we both was thinking the same shit. Not exactly the shit, but exactly, kind of like, not exactly, but almost exactly. So in other words, the shit was similar, right? And she was like, that's crazy how she got them boys inside while she outside. I said, yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you telepathically and shit. And she started laughing. And then after we finished, shoveling the snow and shit, right? Because it actually snowed twice that day. So we kind of did the shit in vain. Like when you go to church and shit, you go to church in vain. But anyway, so after, the first round, second round was like around, so I said 8:30 and shit. I said, I'm going to go back out and do it, because I don't want the shit to freeze up, and then, it's going to make it hard for me for Monday to go to work. So when I came out the second time, she doing this shit again. But this time I said, fuck that, I ain't helping her this time. So I waited for her to finish her shit, and then I went outside and did, because I'm like, nah, this shit ain't going to happen again while her son is in the house. So long story short, family, the reason why I'm making this video and saying what I'm saying is that a day later, right after the snow ordeal, she actually came and knocked on my door, and she brought me some baked cookies, right? Still warm to the touch. And when she came and she knocked and shit, so offered me the cookie. My daughter came too, and she always small talk with me and my daughter. My wife, she's very honest, so she don't fuck with nobody like that. So I said, oh, thank you so much. And she said, oh, I just baked it, and I thought about you getting the first batch. And when she said that shit, I'm like, wait a minute, the first batch. But I thought about yesterday before, like, okay, I helped her out, so she's showing appreciation. And I said, you didn't really have to do it. And she said, I know, but I just want to show you how much I really appreciate your help. You didn't have to do it. And I was like, yeah, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, you're right. I didn't have to do it, because you got two fucking sons in the house, two white supremacists probably. That's why the reason why they don't talk to me when they see me. I was thinking that shit, right? And I said, thank you so much. So the way how she hooked it up, it looked like she actually bought it from the store, but it was warm to the touch. She could have bought it and anyway, let me not go there. So anyway, so I took it upstairs and shit. And I'm looking, and the cookie looked delicious. It got the chocolate chip melting and shit. And I don't like eating from people because I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I do practice the faith. I do read the Bible. I do subscribe to the Bible. I do believe God is a male. Okay, for those of you subscribe, but when I be saying him or her or it, no, I do believe the Most High is a male. Okay, and I do subscribe to the Bible, but I am a cussing Hebrew. So when I saw the cookies, I'm like, man, I don't think I should eat the shit because they probably got, make it from that lard. They call it lard. It's like a buttery, it's whatever they used to bake cookies with. It got, enzymes in it and shit like that. So I'm like, I don't know, man. It looks good, wifey, but I don't think I should. My wife was like, but look, we eat shit well, she didn't say shit because she don't really curse like me. She said, we eat stuff every day. Who knows what we're eating. I mean, she was like, just go ahead and eat the cookies. She brought it over here. And my wife, like I said, she's kind of like a Jezebel and shit. Like with me, I'll be like, I'm not eating that shit because, they probably got pork in it. They probably got like enzymes in it. And, she was like, just pray over it. Right? I said, there you go, you damn Christian. Go pray over it, right? So do one of those moves that the Christian be doing, pray over it and shit. I said, well, you know what? I mean, we eat shit every day. They said it's organic, but it might not be. So I said, you know what? I'm a pray over it because them cookie was calling me, man. And I don't eat from white people. I really don't. I do oftentimes, right? When I go to the restaurant and shit, I try my best to see who is the chef. And a lot of times it's Mexicans and shit, even though they nasty as fuck too. No disrespect to the ones that subscribe to me, because a lot of them, they always be blowing their nose and wiping their hand like the Koreans do. They do that shit a lot. The Chinese, they wipe they blow their nose with the snot and they wipe their hand and then start preparing your food. So I stopped eating from Mexicans too, Mexican restaurants, because I be seeing them doing that shit. But anyway, I say, you know what, man? She don't have any animals. She's an old lady. More likely, she probably pretty decent. I don't want to disrespect her because I remember, our custom back when we was in our land, when the strangers came amongst us, we were supposed to take care of them and shit. So I'm like, I'm gonna just pray over this shit. Hopefully, it don't got no pork in it. If it do, it is what it is. The Most High will bless it. I'm gonna do one of those Christian moves. So long story short, family, I ate the shit and it was the most. This shit was delicious. I'm kind of glad I didn't throw it away because the shit was good. I ain't gonna lie, them devils can bake some cookies. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that said, let me end this shit by saying, right? We are living under these oppressive condition by these oppressors, and these are some weird motherfuckers. And I'm about to show you why I say that. With that, family, I say shalom. Stay tuned for the video clip that follows next.
You're really beautiful. A woman that looks like that has to have her own special scent.
Oh, thank you. Maybe you could tell me what you think of this scent.
I like that.
This may be the best of all. Oh, you dirty boy! You! Oh! Donald, I thought you were a gentleman.
Can't say